And before I begin, actually, I brought someone along. It's special tonight to join me up on this stage. Please, if you can, give it up for my friend Bruce. Please, Bruce. Bud. So come on, Bud. It is all good. Don't be too, they're very lovely people. It's gonna be all, come on, Bud. I'll carry you if I have to. Come on, Bud.
I thought it was real for a second.
I know what you're thinking, David, yeah? What the duck? He's actually a goose. This is Bruce. He is the mind-reading goose. And tonight, he's going to try to read the minds of all 4 judges right here. But before we get to that, you need something in your minds. So earlier today, we gathered a whole bunch of different ideas of thirsts. Now, a first is kind of like maybe your first kiss, your first day at school, and we gathered those all in a bag. So I want you each just to grab one if you can. Make sure you don't see each other's. Just make sure you just only grab one. Have a look, and please don't forget what that is. Now, there's a bunch of questions on those cards. All you have to do is remember the question. Don't worry about an answer.
Oh, no.
Once you have that, we're going to try to read some minds. Bruce, he's very excited.
I love it.
Don't touch it, he's a little bit wild. But there we go, this is Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
He's the mind-reading goose. He's so excited to meet you all. He truly, truly is. We're massive fans of all of you. Yeah, that is Shane. He's very excited. He's probably, I think he's probably your biggest fan. He thinks, in fact, you are the world's best goose, Shane. So,
Thank you.
I can tell him. Oh, he's brought along a gift for you tonight.
Oh, it is golden egg.
That is a golden egg. Hold on to that for me if you can. Make sure no one touches it or goes near it. The goose is going to read your minds. Now, you've all grabbed one first. David, we're going to start with you. I want you to visualise that very clearly in your mind and send that first from your mind to the mind of the goose. You've got it? For the first time, David, what is on the piece of paper? What were you thinking of?
Your first pet.
David, the goose knew that. Okay, they're not that impressed by that, which is okay, so we're going to get to you, Kate, okay? We'll get back to you after maybe David, Kate. We're going to try something different. The issue is you don't understand what the goose is saying or thinking, so he needs to communicate with you. To do that, he needs a pen, because he's in fact going to write what is in your mind on this piece of paper. All you have to do, just nice and clearly visualise the question on the piece of paper.
Am I looking at the goose?
Yeah, please, into his eyes if you can for me, Kate, because he is getting something. He thinks he knows what were you thinking of?
When was the first time I went overseas?
When was the first time written by a goose?
Well done, Mr. Goose.
Okay, the audience clearly doesn't trust that is geese. I promise it is. We're going to move on. Alicia.
Hello.
You've got a question as well, I hope. This time, we need something else to really get into your mind. He needs these. Alicia, these are his mind-reading glasses. So now not only can he read your mind, he now can actually envision exactly what that looks like. So do me a favour, in your mind very clearly, envision what you were thinking of, nice and big in your mind. Okay, he's drawing something for you. He's drawing something just for you. Let's see, keep thinking of that in... He's got it.
Has he got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was he thought you were thinking of?
When was the first time I told my partner that I loved him?
Exactly. Okay, that's a hand. Wait. What was that? Oh, it's upside down. I think I can maybe make this a little bit more magical for you, Alicia. I want you to vision and really remember that moment with, I guess, your partner. As you said, I love you for the very first time, because I think maybe it looked perhaps a little bit like that. Was that? the moment I think it was. And actually what I want to do, just so you know that is now just a piece of paper. Do me a favour, sorry. Have a look, make sure that truly is just a piece of paper. There's no ink, there's no moving parts. That is
There's
truly
no moving
just
parts.
ink and paper. A round of applause for Bruce if you can.
That really looks like my husband, doesn't it?
Shane, the goose is disappointed. I feel like perhaps the audience here tonight doesn't actually think he can read minds, which is unfair, because he can. He's a mind-reading goose, Shane. So that is why he gave you a gift, and he also gave me this for you.
Ooh.
Is that for the goose or the egg?
I want you to crack open that egg for me if you can. You can do it on the table, on the board is fine, and make sure I don't touch it or go near it, but give it a nice big crack for me.
All right, here we go. Oh, good Lord. Oh, this is fun.
Have a look inside, because you'll find there is one thing inside
Yeah.
of that egg. It's a scroll. That scroll says...
It says, "Dear judges, I'm sorry if I was unable to communicate with you as you do, but I want to prove I knew exactly what you were all thinking of tonight. David, I'm sorry if you didn't believe that I knew you were thinking of your first pet. I know Kate won't believe my handwriting, but I can assure you I knew she was dreaming of her first vacation. Alicia, your love for AZ truly is magical. I hope tonight proved that. And finally, Shane, I wish..."
Wait. What was your memory, or what was your first?
It was the first time I was on stage.
Do you remember that first moment on stage?
Yeah, I do.
What'd you do?
I went on stage dressed as a cowboy and did a performance with a bunch of dancers.
And there's no way I could know that. Carry on.
And finally, Shane, I wish I could have been there to witness the cowboy of Broadmeadows all those years ago.
Bruce isn't such a goose after all.
I have a deck of cards to help me tell a story. Alicia, can you help me out? Can you give them a little shuffle? Give them a little mix up? Beautiful. Ooh, this is...
Don't judge me, they're a new pack of cards.
Oh, wow.
You're upstaging me now. I don't like it.
There you go, that'll do, Magic Mike.
Perfect. You have shuffled the hell out of it. Shane, can you help me?
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to get you to say stop whenever you like.
Stop.
Have a look. Don't let me see it, actually. Can you sign it on the face of the card? And nice and big, right, Shane? You can show the other judges. You can hold it up and show the team if you trust them.
There it is there.
Perfect, thank you. Throw it in the middle here.
Copy that.
Lovely, thank you. David, I'm actually got the biggest man crush on you, so I want to start here. Is that all right?
The feeling's mutual.
Oh,
And if you do want to take off your clothes, Magic Mike, feel free.
everyone has their price, David. We can sort this out. But honestly, I've came here to tell you all a story.
Okay.
That means a lot to me, and I hope you like it. It's actually a story about a guy I know named Jack. And if you met Jack, you'd probably think he's the luckiest guy in the world. I mean, he's got a loving family and plenty of mates. And they think he's kind of funny. They always think of him as a bit of a joker. And when he's out in the town with his mates, they really get around him. They call him the king, which is kind of ironic because whenever the night ends up at the karaoke bar, he's the one always singing Queen.
Wow.
But even on the most joyous of occasions, like Christmas or even his birthday, he would often look around at the full house of family and friends having such a good time. And he'd stop and think, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I have fun? And the more he thought about this, the worse he felt. And the worse he felt, the more guilty he felt. And all of a sudden, he'd have shame and become flush with emotion. So what would Jack do? He'd find a nice, quiet room in the house and cry. You see, Jack was a 28-year-old man. And in his mind, 28-year-old males, they needed to be strong. They don't talk about their feelings. And it wasn't until he learnt that 1 in 10 Australians actually seek professional help. that he realized he wasn't alone. And that's what gave him the courage to talk to his friends. And when he did, they thought it showed true heart to talk about his feelings. So he started to do some research, and he was shocked to learn that in the most recent year, 3,318 Australians took their own lives. That's 63 people every single week. 63. And for every person that did, another 20 attempted to. In Australia, suicide is the leading cause of death for people aged between 15 to 44. And he didn't want to become another statistic. But do you know what really helped Jack? It was hearing other people's stories. And not just stories from his friends and family, but stories from Australian royalty. Australians in politics. Australians in fashion and business. Even some Australian sporting legends. Hearing these people share their own personal stories about their struggles helped Jack recognize his fears and made him realize he's not alone. So do you know what Jack decided to do? Jack decided to share his story on Australia's Got Talent. And by sharing this story today, I hope I can make just at least one person get their head straight. So now more than ever, do we need people to have the courage to reach out. There's a trained professional just a phone call away, 24/7.
You're doing great, mate. Thank you.
I want all Australians, genuinely, who are struggling with their mental health, to remember that without the rain, there can be no rainbow. So I want all Australians to shine bright like a diamond. Thank you.
Okay, so like most teenagers, I am permanently attached to my phone. Unfortunately, I'm currently banned off all technology at the moment. You don't need to know why. But it basically means I need to borrow a phone from one of the judges for my act today. So, who's gonna trust a 15-year-old with their phone? Alicia, thank you so much.
Don't, whatever you do, go through the search history.
Okay, so what if I could unlock your phone without you telling me the password?
Well, that would be genius.
Okay, now look into my eyes. I'm gonna try and reach into your mind and find it. You're trying so hard not to picture your password. Okay, I got it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay, so now for everyone's favorite thing, audience participation.
She was like a nervous wreck just before.
Okay, so if you had a birthday last year, please stand up. If you were born on an even day of the month, can you hold your hands out like this as if you're holding your birthday present? And if you were born on an odd day of the month, hold your hands together as if you're making a birthday wish. Okay, now everyone just hold that pose. I'm gonna take a photo and tell my mum I got a standing ovation. Okay, you can all sit down now if you like. So now Shane, I have yellow and red coloured silks. Can you please name one for me?
Yellow.
Yellow? Okay. So then you can have the yellow one. You can get out your phone and try and copy what I do. So that leaves me with the red one.
Not now, sweetheart. Really busy. Got to call you back. Bye.
Can everyone watch this? Nice try. You can have your phone back now.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and David, we don't want to leave you out. So as you can see, I have 8 balloons here. Can you please name one balloon, like name a number from 1 to 8 for me?
7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay, so now most people, they go with something easier, like 3.
7.
Okay, so you didn't pick 1. You didn't pick 2. You sure you don't want to pick 3?
I'm sure.
You didn't pick 4? Or 5? Or 6? Pick 7?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now everyone, don't blink.